What is happening, Internet? Sorry about that, but I was delayed a little bit. Tonight is more of Naruto X Fortnite, or Cross Fortnite, Collab Fortnite, whatever you want to call it. And we're looking at Kakashi Sensei, all of his skins tonight. Estimated stream about an hour and a half. Should be kind of fun. And I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys are as well. Immediately after this stream, around 1 in the morning, will be Forza. So if you guys are itching for more Forza action, it will be happening tonight. I'll be playing as the Dune Buggy, and it should be a lot of fun. But, yeah, hopefully you guys have a fantastic night. And we're going to get into our first match with Kakashi. And I'm rocking his classic kind of, you know, just Hidden Leaf Village costume. And we'll get into the Special Forces look as the night goes on. But in reality, I'm probably mostly going to be using this skin tonight because I like classic Kakashi. Also, I'm going to experiment with, I have some royalty-free inspired Naruto music that I'm going to be playing when we're in the actual map. Just so I can have something cool to listen to, and you guys too. So, yeah, looking forward to that. But hopefully everybody's having a great night so far. Yeah, I was messing around with my laptop. That's why I'm kind of late. So they should be able to hear the music that I hear. Hopefully. And YouTube is trying to cancel my stream, saying that my current stream bitrate is too high.
Make sure it's not on auto stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it off auto stop just in case YouTube shenanigans. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on with YouTube right now. But yeah, nice to see some of you guys. If you could ready up, please, so we can get in the first match of the night as Kakashi. Like, Naruto Kakashi. Like, you know, classic. What do we call it? Should we call it Hidden Leaf Kakashi? Like, what is this, what is the correct, shinobi term for the outfit that, Kakashi-sensei is wearing with the, green jacket? Like, what does that symbolize again? Naruto fans, help me out. I'm throwing you a bone here, guys. Team 7 trainer? We'll do that. Team 7 trainer costume. And here we go! Rocking the Kakashi thing. And let's see what happens when we rock the Naruto stuff.
Didn't even know ninjas ate pizza.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys can hear it. No, it's coming through my computer. If it's too loud though, I'll need to lower it a little bit, because people need to hear me over the music, of course. So we got Kakashi, yeah, some royalty-free ninja music, dope. It's all good. Oh, they can't hear the music? That sucks. I can hear it. They can't hear it? That's lame.
Maybe you could put it.
And I was messing with this like so much today too.
You have the desktop on?
I have it, but maybe they can hear it now. All right, am I overpowering the yeah, Geos can hear it? Nice.
It sounds sick, Luke says.
Yeah!
I can hear it.
Sweet.
Angel, I can't.
Sweet, 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 sweet. That's what I like to hear.
Good night, Hulk.
Yeah. All right. Uh-huh. Believe it! Hooah! There we go. All right, Kakashi, let's roll. So guys, what is the audio levels like? Can you hear me over the music? Let me know. Well, yeah, I need to be overpowering the music, because I mean, my voice has to, you know, go over it.
Yeah, it sounds weird.
It's supposed. Yeah, it sounds weird if the voice is competing. So I'm just. This is why I was a little delayed, is because I really wanted to have some Naruto-inspired music tracks while playing Fortnite tonight. So that's
Pretty cool.
yeah, I thought it was a cool idea.
It is a cool idea.
You can hear me just fine? Awesome. So yeah, you'll have some Naruto-inspired beats in the background, and it's just going to loop whenever I'm in the map. So It'd be fun. Just that way, instead of just like absolute silence, you hear something in the background. It might be yours. Mine is the red mug today. Yeah. So yes.
Nothing. So you don't mind?
Don't mind what? Ooh, what is this?
You don't mind that we only have a few modes and stuff? That we just have our cat and we just hang out and do anime and video games and stuff?
Yeah. I don't mind. I mean, I just wish that I had not issues with my legs, but other than that, I'm good. Because I've already kind of conquered my other, like, disabilities.
Maybe when we move to Japan, we'll go to some fancy doctors there. They can fix your legs.
I mean, it's all nerve related, but yeah, maybe.
Maybe if you jump in the hot springs, it'll heal your legs.
Maybe when we're living in Japan and I'm in the hot springs. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. We shall see. We shall see.
I believe the hot springs can heal.
Anything is possible. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Do you know how they heal people though? They have vitamins and minerals in the hot springs, and they it gets like infused into your body. Like it gets soaked into your body, and sometimes you can like remineralize your bones and nerves by being in hot springs. It's a real thing.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Yep. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening tomorrow, guys. Pokemon comes out. The new Pokemon game.
Oh, what time is that stream?
4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. And I have a YouTube appointment tomorrow, so I will be on the call with our YouTube Google Manager guy for about probably from 4 until about 4:40.
I have half a mind to do Sakura again tomorrow instead of doing Mario Party.
You can do whatever you want.
Not really. I mean, people get upset if I
Kakashi Sensei. Good times.
I mean, I did Mario Party a couple times, but I'll just go to bed. It's just very confusing. I don't like the new Mario Party. It's frustrating, and then people are like, well, if you hit the right button, it's not frustrating, but it's like, but even when I hit the right button, it goes, every time you click a new team of people doing Mario Party, it goes back to the screen again, the home screen. Like, it's so confusing. Never mind. I don't like it. It's frustrating. It's not very streamlined. I don't feel like... I've said it before, I'll say it again. The new Mario Party is made like a bad Flash game. And I'm not taking it back.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Alright. So you have fun.
Oh, yeah.
So, is his other costume when he is another position that's a spoiler?
No. It's a Special Forces costume. Kakashi has no spoiler costume. If they had Kakashi's spoiler costume in this, people would probably riot because it's kind of a closely guarded secret what happens to Kakashi in between Naruto Shippuden and Boruto. And like, I'm glad that Fortnite didn't spoil it, but at the same time, I think that, Kakashi's later costume is pretty cool, like his attire. But whatever. I mean, not a lot of people know. And the mystery is cool about like what happens to Kakashi, like what he did for 11 years. Naruto fans obviously know, but casuals wouldn't know. So it was cool that Fortnite didn't spoil that for them. I guess.
Kakashi's sad about it though.
Kakashi's sad about it.
More costumes. Oh, more of you guys are playing as Kakashi.
Kakashi team, go!
So is Kakashi Sensei the best ninja teacher that ever lived?
I don't know if he's the best ninja teacher. He's my favorite ninja. I like his story. I like his look. He looks like the most out of all the shinobi, he looks like the most like a real shinobi because of the face mask. And also, like, you know, just his attitude and how he behaves and stuff. He reminds me of a lot of ninja characters in anime, like, for the past several decades. And he has the look. I mean, he, you know, the look just is spot on.
He's like the Batman of the Hidden Leaf Village.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Batman character of the Hidden Leaf. I would agree with that, yeah. He's the Batman of the Naruto universe, sort of.
He doesn't really, like you said, he doesn't like going back to the village because he doesn't...
No, he goes back to the village later when he becomes a teacher. Or a trainer. Sorry, trainer.
Yeah,
Ooh. Good times.
well,
Whatever you want to do, Amps. It doesn't bother me. I'm just showing off Kakashi. That's what my plan was tonight. Nope, we're under attack.
weirdly, now that the pressure is off, that I don't feel stressed.
Oh, Venom! Or Carnage. Blast. Why? Why?
You have rainbow arms?
I don't... They don't really have any cool ninja gliding... Or not gliding, falling things, so I'm probably gonna disable the falling things. They just kind of... I don't know, they shuffle between them for the moment. I don't know, they just kind of do.
And I didn't feel, but I like grabbed onto your lifeless body and I was like...
What do you mean lifeless?
I was
I'm not a zombie.
When you were sleeping, I was holding on your arm and it made me feel...
Wait, you came upstairs when I was sleeping?
And I creepily watched you when you were sleeping.
And not a stalker? I'm glad you didn't wake me up.
I just felt better because I didn't feel good.
Okay, well, as
I
long...
was whimpering for a while and...
Well, you didn't call my name, so I didn't wake up.
No, but you were actually... Well, I don't know if I should go into this, but you were snoring a little bit and then I went like this. I was like, Luke, don't snore. You won't be able to breathe very well and you won't get up very well. And then you stopped snoring.
Oh, wow. So...
Maybe I told you not to snore and you stopped snoring. Because I know that when people snore, they're not breathing right, and then when they wake up, they'll have a headache. So, you're welcome for...
Thank you.
Your headache could have been worse. Yeah, it's weird. When you're sleeping, you actually do listen to me when I'm talking to you.
Well, you're in my subconscious. I know you more than anybody else. I mean, it makes sense. Whoops. Oh wow, looks like we're traveling through the trees like in Naruto.
I kind of feel like...
Cool. Ah!
Nothing.
That could have been bad.
I mean, as much as Sakura and Naruto knew each other and stuff a lot, I kind of feel like I am a Hinata character because I just came in last minute and met you and there was a bunch of girls that knew you and
I wouldn't say a bunch.
They lost out.
I wouldn't say a bunch, and they never took advantage of it. Like,
I know, but that's...
when I was younger, I was looking for a girlfriend and stuff like that, and, you know, dated a few people, it didn't work out, and it was, like, emotionally hurting. And then, you know, I got lucky, I found you in college, and then I just ran with it. It was like, wow, this girl's amazing, and, you know, love her a lot, and yeah, I'm going for it. That's what I did. No problem.
No, I emotionally... Whenever you were sick, I emotionally sick. That means
Ah! Okay, good night, honey. I'm out! Oh! Whoa! Oh! quite make it. Hey, what's up, guys? Just kind of have some Naruto-inspired music in the background, and just kind of hanging out. Oh! I thought, oh wow, the Christmas tree guy just laid me out. I'm doing a Kakashi showcase. Whoops. Whoa! That woke me up. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa! You again! Oh wow, I'm a terrible shot. Ah! Oh, this is a closer match. Yeah, Kakashi, go! Nice job, Kakashi. Okay, so next up we're gonna do his Black Ops costume. That's the plan. That is the plan, Stan. That was close. That was actually a pretty close fight. Since we're not playing as Naruto, though, we're gonna change the I'm gonna change the background a little bit. Okay. Let's go with Kakashi. I like the cape, but we're bringing in his dog. And we're gonna go with his, whoops. I always messed it up. Like, every single time I try to change the styles, it just does not work for me. Alright, there we go. Equip that. Yep. And I want to change my card. I thought I had more than one Naruto card. I guess not. Oh yeah, I do. I don't know what I was talking about. I do have one. I like this one. It's cool. You can kind of see Kakashi there. Just kind of chilling. Alright guys, ready up? What is the name of this costume though for Kakashi? Did they say? Like, Kakashi what? Protect. I'll protect you with my life. All of you. Aww. That's very nice, Kakashi. Feels. It doesn't say. We'll just call them Black Ops. I don't know. Ninja Special Forces. I don't know. Alright, thanks, OH. Okay, so I'll just put in that time code then. Boom. Anbu. ANBU. Black Ops Kakashi. Alright, guys, make sure you're ready up. And we'll get into another match. As best we can. As best we can. Oh, those are some sick Naruto figures. I don't know who that dude is. That's a Batman? McFarlane. I don't know who that is. It's a interesting, it's like deep sea diving Batman? Multiverse Batman hazmat suit. That's weird. Make sure you're ready up, guys and gals. I was never a fan of Carrie Kelly. I don't know what it was. She just bugged me. This item will release on December 31st. Cool beans. Man, that dark side though, is that... Oh, that is movie dark side. Whoa. When you actually see what movie dark side looked like, because you couldn't see the colors, I mean, he was accurate. Wow. I mean, I don't think I'd pay $70 for that, but that's still pretty impressive. That is a cool looking dark side. Dope. Come on, Kakashi. Hello. The Naruto music is a great touch. Oh yeah, we could throw the Naruto music back in. Let me know if you guys hear it again. Whoops, there goes my mouse. Whoa! Down it goes. Down it goes. Whoopsies. I mean, they say no copyright, but they really mean no copyright. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Amber is not in the chat, you guys. She went to sleep. Woo! Do I have Green Goblin and what? Green Goblin's not in this, is he? Did he come out today? Is there a new skin that I don't know about? Woo! Let's go, Kakashi! Yeah! Cool. Did you know that the Naruto glider is free? Naruto glider? What Naruto glider? There's a Naruto glider? I did not know that. Does it look like a umbrella thing? Yeah, Amber's asleep, guys. Let her sleep, please. She didn't feel well today. What up, team? Hey. Oh, no, 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 no. Go the other way, the other way. Backtrack. Sasuke. Follow your master. Or, yeah. No, Kakashi's supposed to be Sasuke's master. At least I thought so. He taught Sasuke Chidori. Lightning Blade. Oh, they don't have a... Oh, no, I paid for Ninetales. I thought they had other Naruto gliders. I was like, aw. I mean, maybe you could design an umbrella to look like a Hidden Leaf parachute. I don't know. You're so excited for Christmas? I'm kind of so-so on it. Oh, what up? Ah! Keep running, keep running. Dude put Yoshi in his music. Wow. We should put a sign on the door that says "Do not disturb." I'm not gonna go bother Amber. I avoided death. Sick. That makes me happy. Oh boy. Yep, let's roll. Yeah, teach the guy who obviously has issues on assassination technique. That was smart. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, Kakashi was trying to help Sasuke out after, you know, the massacre of his family. Because remember, Sasuke was a normal kid in school, you know. He would go home to his family, and then over the course of the first season, his entire family is massacred. And Sasuke becomes fueled with revenge. Kakashi, I guess, thought it was like, well, if I take him on as a pupil, maybe he will listen to me and not do something stupid. And of course, you know, Sasuke does stuff stupid. And then he adds Chidori to his list of assassination techniques. It just, I don't know. You know, in hindsight, maybe Kakashi was kind of like, you know what? I done messed up. But, I mean, everybody felt betrayed by Sasuke. But, if I remember correctly, Kakashi Sensei did not go on assassination requests from the Hidden Leaf to kill Sasuke. Like, he left Team 7, and you had that guy who had wood powers who was brought on instead. I can't remember his name. The guy who had the DNA of the first Hokage or the second. I can't remember his name. Yep, Naruto almost died from Chidori once or twice. Oh, what? Dang. Yamato. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, I can never remember poor Yamato. My bad. I keep forgetting that. Oh, man. Hey, Sammy Bear. What's going on, man? You have this game on Nintendo Switch? What's funny is that Ichigo spends more time with his own son than Naruto does with his own. Ichigo? Ichigo. Are you talking about Bleach, Ichigo? When did Ichigo have a son? And who did he marry? Did he marry orange-haired girl or short, Soul Reaper black-haired girl? What's her face? I have not, my gosh, the last time I saw Bleach, I was 27? That was a long time ago. I recently caught up with the new Inuyasha show. But I mean, Bleach was so long ago. Long time. Funny story, I don't really remember a lot of Bleach because I switched over to Naruto Shippuden when it was first starting out, and nothing against Johnny Young Bosch or whatever, but I couldn't watch the English version of anime anymore. And once I had gotten so used to watching subtitles for Naruto, which hurt my eyes at first, it took me a while to adjust to subs. But now subs don't bother me. I watch, when I can, I watch a lot of subs. But I watched, my first simulcast series that I ever watched was Naruto Shippuden. And that would have been back in 2014? 2013, 2014. Maybe 2012 is when I started watching Naruto Shippuden. When it aired in Japan. You like Naruto and Sailor Moon? That's cool. Alright, those are my guys. Woo! Keep it up, you guys. The burning! The burning is so much, yo. Black Ops Kakashi. Dope. Incoming. Oh, that dude thought he was gonna ruin our day. Nope. Ah, but one of ours. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Nice, Fernando. What? Do you think Bleach will be in Fortnite with Ichigo and Rukia? I don't know. I mean, the floodgates are open now. I mean, you could make an argument that there'll be lots of anime characters. I'm honestly surprised that Fortnite doesn't do some exclusive stuff in Japan to get, like, tons of characters for the Japanese audience and just cut, like, everybody else out. I'm really surprised a deal like that hasn't happened yet. Thanks, Sasuke! Sasuke! Chidori! Chidori! Where you at? Running up the stairs. Oh. No! Come on! The first anime character was Lexi. We're going to get... The first anime character was... We were going to get Dragon Ball Z first. I have that problem in Call of Duty where I shoot the wrong person, though. No, I shot the right person, I just missed. Or I didn't take Thanos' advice and aim for the head. I aimed for the body. And that's why I lost. You should have gone for the head. I have this nasty problem of hitting the wrong body part. I should have listened to Thanos. Well, I'm going to be busting out the brisk iced tea tonight. They're behind this tree. Okay, not from behind me. Whoa! I heard that one. Hey now. Ha! Bet you didn't see that coming. Whoa. Uh-oh. Thanks for the assist. Except, I didn't get any assist points for that one. Ah, they were trying to hang out in that tree. Ramen break! Nicely done, guys. Alright, so they're gonna play the fun music again. Da, da, da. All right, let's go. So next time we're gonna play with Kakashi using. We're gonna go with his other look. The one without the mask. So, no mask. Well, I mean, except for his face. Well, you know what I mean. No mask. Still doing Black Ops, Kakashi. Boom. There we go. And we're going to swap out his dog with Shuriken. And we're going to use his sword. There we go. He looks pretty good. I'm just going to call this Special Ops Kakashi. He looks ugly? Really? I mean, I'm looking at all his costumes, but I mean, mostly I'm going to be using his Team 7 costume, personally. I like his Team 7 look better than his Black Ops one. But I mean, they can't use his one costume because it'd be a massive spoiler. Considering they don't really talk about what Kakashi was up to the last 11 years. So casual fans won't really understand. Or they would have the show ruined for them if they knew. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if necessarily they'd have the show ruined for them, but I mean, it was one of the biggest surprises, I think, in the series. At least for me, I was kind of like, whoa, that's what? How? Kakashi is what? I remember that. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna call it Thunder. No, that's not the spoiler I'm talking about for Kakashi. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to be responsible for spoiling Naruto. Like, Kakashi's major event that happens in his life. During the last Ninja War. Or the fourth Great Ninja War. Either the third or the fourth Great Ninja War. I don't remember. Without his mask and headband, Kakashi is ugly? I don't believe so. Kakashi is a good-looking shinobi guy. All the women in the village would fawn. That's why he wears the mask. No, he just wears the mask. His heart belongs to Rin. Or rather, I would say that his heart belonged to Rin. Part of him died the day Rin died. Sad but true. Activision is dead? That's a random thing. Why are we talking about Activision? The fourth Great Ninja War. Okay, so it is the fourth Great Ninja War. Okay. No spoilers, Trayvon! People haven't seen it yet. Thank you for the super chat, but no thank you for the spoiler for regular people who haven't seen the show. Don't do that. I will erase your super chat. I mean, I'll still take your super chat monies, but I'll remove your text. Most Naruto fans know what the spoiler is. People who are getting interested or introduced to Naruto, they don't know about Kakashi. It's kind of a big deal for people. I didn't realize it was a big deal for people. I mean, I personally love what happens to Kakashi during the 11 years after Naruto into Boruto, but, yeah. I already know all about the new Spider-Man movie. The leaks are real. The fact that in the trailer they show the Statue of Liberty fight, it proves that the leaks from 3 months ago are real. Because, I mean, you know, they have the location, they have all the villains that were leaked in the leaks appeared in the trailer, minus like maybe one or two. The leaks are all true. So I would avoid leaks if I were you guys. Because it's all true, yo. And I'm sure as we get closer to December, more leaks are going to happen, so just be very mindful of Spider-Man leaks. Use your spider sense and dodge, dodge, dodge! Gohan, dodge! Mr. Piccolo, I didn't avoid the spoilers! Play now, what? Hidden Leaf Village Adventure, what? What is this about? Oh, well. I'm not. I am a Naruto Shippuden fan. I'm not a Naruto fan. And I'm not a Boruto fan. I tried to watch Boruto. I could only handle 5 episodes tops. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much like the original Naruto. I'm out. Peace. Peace, I'm out. I can't. I couldn't watch more than 5 episodes of the original Naruto show. And I was just like, ugh. And then Naruto Shippuden came out and I was like, whoa. This is interesting. And Boruto came out and I'm kind of like, peace fam, I'm done. I'm done with Naruto. I can't do Boruto. I tried. 5 episodes in and I was just like, I'm done. I'm switching to something else. Sorry Boruto, you lost me. I don't like you. I still love the original Naruto survivors from the first series, or the Shippuden series, but... And I like that a lot of them end up with characters I shipped. And most people did, but at the same time, I just don't like Boruto. He's cringe. I don't like Boruto. I like Sakura's daughter. I think she's fun. I like Sai's kid. I think he's fun. Boruto is just 100% cringe. And he's more annoying than Naruto was, if you can believe it. At least that's for me. That's what I noticed. For me, in order for me to be interested in a show, you have to pull me in within the first 3 episodes. If you don't pull me in within the first 3 episodes, you're not going to get my attention. Very rarely do I give a show 5 episodes after I'm bored by the 3rd one. And Boruto just did not. It didn't do it for me. If there are people that like it, cool. I bowed out after 5 episodes. I was like, I can't. Boruto is just, I don't like him. I like Naruto, I like Hinata, Sakura, and Kakashi, and I like the little adventures between Kakashi and Lee as like kind of older ninjas that are, you know, semi-retired and also, you know, disabled or old, like almost like living in a ninja old person's house. I think that's funny. But everything else about the show is just like, no, I can't. They make a video game about Boruto. Totally, I'll cover the game, but I have no interest in the show. I moved on to other shows. I got really involved with like being sent to another world, like short animes that were 12 episodes long, and there was like an abundance of those shows for the past, I'd say 3 or 4 years now. That's been my jam in anime. I like those shows. I also got into a lot of rom-coms again after Naruto Shippuden. I mostly don't have time for animes that exceed 26 episodes. If the series is longer than 26 episodes, chances are I'm not going to watch it. Because it's too much of an investment of my time that I don't have. Especially with all the streaming I do and all the other stuff like behind the scenes running PR now. I only have time to really watch animes that are about like 12 episodes long, and then maybe they'll get a 2nd season. Maybe. Unfortunately, most of the shows I watch, which I love, I think they're amazing and a lot of fun. Sometimes there's no guarantee based on what animation studio made the anime that they're going to get another season, and it's like, no. But I invested in these characters after 12 episodes, and I really like them, and I want to see a 2nd season. And Japan is like, nope. Sorry, not happening. But we'll give you, like, 70 episodes of Boruto. No! Yeah, hard to believe Boruto, the next Naruto series or whatever, has like, I think 70 episodes so far just of the anime. So Boruto had to be running as an anime since, I'm going to say probably 2018. Maybe late 2017. I don't know. But it is what it is. I mean, different strokes for different folks. If you guys like Boruto, have at it. You're not going to convince me to watch it because I gave it the old college try, and I just like I dozed off by the 5th episode. I was just like annoyed, bored, and could not deal with the main character. Could not deal with Naruto or Boruto. He was nothing like Naruto. Naruto was super annoying when he was a kid, bar none. But he had more of a drive than his son did. His son is just kind of like, he has daddy issues, I guess you would say Boruto does. He doesn't like that his dad, even though his dad is the Hokage, right? Like the biggest dude in the Hidden Leaf Village. And he has a lot of responsibilities. Like, Boruto demands that his dad, you know, spend time with him, obviously. Doing father-dad stuff. And Naruto, he doesn't try to, but he ends up neglecting his son quite a bit because of his role as Hokage. And to get around that, he uses shadow clones of himself to hang out with his family, which is also kind of cringe that he would do that, but oh well. But yeah, I don't think the show is terrible. It's just not for me. I can't get into Boruto the same way that, like, I'm gonna tell you kind of a funny story. So when I got into Naruto Shippuden, it almost felt like a spin-off show because I was like, wait a second, so they grew up and they're still having ninja adventures, but now they're teenagers? What? Wow, the stakes are much higher now. The music goes harder. The storylines are more intense than they ever were. The character development is even more so. And it just, I don't know, it's pretty epic. Naruto Shippuden really blew me away in terms of what the show was, and I became like a big Naruto fan. Well, Naruto Shippuden. I don't have any collectibles or merch in my house that reflects the first series of Naruto when he's a little kid. I only have Shippuden stuff. Because that's what I liked. I've got this really cool Naruto, like, Toad Sage statue in my house somewhere. I did. I don't remember where it is. But I bought that. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to slam some brisk iced tea before the Forza stream. Oof. What's up? Boruto is at least 223 episodes now. Yeah. Done. Nope. So what year did what year did Boruto start airing, and what year did Boruto's manga come out? Did the manga come out in like 2016 and then the anime started airing in 2018? That would be a rough estimate. Best animes are One Piece, Naruto Shippuden, and AOT. What's AOT? AOT. AOT. Attack on Titan. AOT, okay. Yeah, Attack on Titan. Sorry, it took me a minute. So the manga for Boruto was 2016 and 2018 is when the anime came out. I really like Demon Slayer. Like, Demon Slayer for me, I'm committed to it. Amber and I both love Demon Slayer. after we played the game, we both went back and watched the anime, like, on our own, and, I don't know, it's just something about it. It makes me feel like how I felt for Naruto Shippuden, and also Bleach at one point. And I was just like, I don't know, I'm really drawn to it. I like it. But I can't get into Boruto. Maybe when Boruto grows up and they have, like, you know how they had Naruto Shippuden, like the next, the spin-off show of Naruto. Well, technically, yeah, it is a spin-off show or continuation, new series, whatever. If they do that for Boruto and they go back to that type of writing and characterization and stuff like that, because I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go out and say it. One of the things that I did not like about the original Naruto was how the girls and the guys were kind of creeping on each other when they were all underage. That really bothered me. And it's like, I didn't want to invest in that show because it felt weird. So when they were, like, you know, teenagers and at that age where relationships like that could be possible, it felt like more like, okay, this is fine. And then in my mind, I was kind of like, why did they just not skip to this stuff already? You know, in the past, that would have been better, and people wouldn't have been able to make weird jokes about, like, the younger versions of those characters, like the kid versions. So, from what I've seen, they've done... There was one controversy a while ago where they Smextied up one of the girls who's, like, 12 or something in Boruto. And it was really disturbing. So, I will probably get into Boruto if they have, like, a Boruto Shippuden series. Because I don't know. I don't like shows where kids are kind of acting like adults and teenagers when they're like 11 or 12, and it creeps me out. It's kind of like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people. So no, this anime is too weird for me, especially the kind of stuff that it feels like you're hinting at, like relationships between younger kids. It's like, nah, nope, I'm out, peace, done. When Sakura's kid is like 18, you know, and Naruto's kid, it's like, and if they ever have a thing, cool, whatever, more power to them, do what they want. But if they're, you know, not teenagers, and by teenagers I mean like 16, 17, 18, not cool to see that kind of stuff. Even though the age of consent in Japan is like 16, you could get away with the characters being 16, I guess, because it works for their culture, but, like, the younger and younger they keep pushing it, you know, it's weird. It's like, nope, I don't want to watch a show with little kid ninjas, yeah, no problem, but when you get into the slice of life and the things where they're trying to attract, like, girlfriend, boyfriends and stuff, it's like, and they're not at that age where it would really matter. It's like, nope. This is too creepy. FBI, open up. You know? But I mean, if you cut out the slice of life stuff from Naruto or Boruto, then it's not really Naruto. Naruto had slow sections of the thing, and then it had like parts of the show that really went hard, you know, with the storytelling and things like that. It fluctuated. Sometimes it was like a slice of life show. Sometimes it was like a romantic comedy. And other times, you know, it was like an intense thriller or drama. Like, it wore... Naruto Shippuden wore so many different hats. Yeah. At least that's my 2 cents. Alright, we're going back to classic Kakashi! We're gonna give him Naruto Scroll too, because we can. Alright. It was cool to actually have the Sasuke Shuriken on his back. I think that was kind of dope. But we're gonna give him Naruto's Toad Sage Scroll. Or Yeah, I think it's his Sage Scroll. It looks like his Sage Scroll. It looks like the thing that Naruto had on him when he was fighting Pain, and they were doing all these really cool abilities and stuff like that. And he was using that, I guess that's a Sage Scroll. Jiraiya also had like a giant scroll on his back too, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, here we go. So we're going back to classic Kakashi. Team 7 Kakashi. Whoops. So is Green Goblin in the item shop? No. They still haven't brought back the Naruto run? What is wrong with them? Why? Okay, now I've seen everything. Kakashi Sensei. Lower Iden. Or whatever they call it. That's pretty cool. Alright. What are the emotes, Kakashi? What do you got? That's kind of cool. Alright, that's pretty fun. Go, Kakashi! One Piece gets good after episode 458. Oh, I'm sure. What do I think about Guardians of the Galaxy, the game? Guardians of the Galaxy game was good. I enjoyed it tremendously. Thanks so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Are they hinting that Mario's coming to Fortnite? I already have Pizza Party emote. Why no Naruto run, man? It's messed up. Alright, let's go. Classic Kakashi. You don't watch Naruto show? No worries. I haven't watched Naruto in... Let's see. Probably the last time I watched Naruto Shippuden was in 2016. I switched to the manga in 2016. Mainly because there was all these spoilers on the internet, and whenever I finished the Pain arc, and then I stopped with the filler, the anime, and then I went right to the manga because somebody was uploading the mangas on YouTube, putting the Naruto music. And they were changing the Japanese to English, and they were being very consistent with the volumes. That there would be like a new volume of Naruto Shippuden, the manga, that this translator was posting. He did it every 3 days, so it's like I went right from the Pain arc, and then it went no filler, and then went boom right into the next section, then boom right into the next section. It was like rapid fire. So by the time I got so addicted to the Naruto manga that had been translated and uploaded on YouTube, by the time the show came back, I had already read through those stories, and I didn't want to see them animated, and I didn't want to experience whatever the filler was that they were going to put in the anime. So this is kind of like, I mean, I still love Naruto Shippuden. I think it's a fantastic anime, but I'm already hooked on the mangas that are being translated and uploaded in like kind of this digital comic format. So that's how I ended up finishing Naruto Shippuden eventually. I did watch the Naruto last movie, though. Like, I had to watch that because they never really explained the Hinata and Naruto marriage with kids thing. So the fact that they had a movie about that kind of stuff was pretty cool. So, I have seen all the Naruto Shippuden movies. Every single one of them. My favorite one is the one where Naruto and his dad work together. That's a... Oh, that was not a dry eye in the room with that one. That was pretty, pretty sad. It's a great movie, though. I highly recommend it. It's a very fun movie. Let's go with 1 hour, 42 minutes. Classic Kakashi. Look at your comment about Nintendo. What about it? About your comment about Nintendo. Nintendo is not allowing their characters to appear in Fortnite. Okay, that's cool. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Niao. Niao said why from Shanghai. Niama. What is your favorite Naruto games? I really like Naruto Storm 4. I used to really like the Naruto GameCube games were really fun. Don't ask me the name of them because I don't remember. But I actually have I have more Naruto Shippuden games than I have Naruto games. Like I have just about every Naruto Shippuden game ever made. And they were all fun to play from what I remember. I've done a series or two on Naruto Storm 4 and one of the other Naruto games, as well as Jump Force. Uh-oh. Oh, I see what you're doing there. I mean, I went kind of crazy. And I did download, where is it? Yeah, there it is. Naruto Shinobi Striker for $5. I don't know what that's about, but I did do that. I was like, it's only $5 on the PlayStation Network thing? Okay, cool. I don't know what it's about, but I'll buy it. I don't know when they're going to remove it from the shop, so I figured maybe it's cool. I don't know. I don't know when I'll get to playing it, but I do have it. I didn't cover it in 2018 because I thought it was a Boruto game. I was like, I don't like Boruto, so I don't really care anymore. I've made my peace with Naruto. We had a great finale with the Naruto Shippuden Storm 4 game, and I was just kind of like, I'm good. You know, sometimes people just don't, like... I know, actually, a lot of anime friends of mine who, they finished Naruto Shippuden all the way through. They cried. They saw the movie. They had their, you know, kind of, like, happy end of the series. And they didn't switch over to the Boruto show because they just had no interest. Because for them, the character story was over. And just kind of like how people with the Marvel movies right now, which Spider-Man's going to do fine, but some other Marvel movies are going to struggle with viewership because for a lot of people, after Endgame, that was it. They gave Marvel 10 years of their lives, supporting almost every Marvel movie that came out. And then it came to a point after Endgame where they kind of made peace with the fact that Captain America and Iron Man were going to be gone. And, you know, some other characters. And they were just like, you know, it had a great run. I was very invested into it for 10 years, but I'm done. I'm moving on to some other stuff. I'm going to go to fantasy, or I'm going to go somewhere else. You know, there are still some pretty loyal MCU fans, but I think even if you like would factor out the pandemic, I don't think as many people would have supported. I doubt very much if there was no pandemic that the Eternals probably would not have made $1 billion. I do not believe so. I think they probably could have made like 700 million or something like that. But I don't think they would have made $1 billion, because I really honestly believe that the MCU audience is not fully there anymore. It like not phased out, like parted on good terms, you know? Like they moved on after Endgame. And I have a lot of friends like that too, who just, they have not even watched the Disney Plus stuff. After Endgame, they were done. And apparently, that's a pretty common thing that you hear from people. It's like, well, that's interesting. Why are you done with it? Because don't they have all these other movies coming out? They're like, well, you know, it's not going to have Iron Man or Captain America anymore. It's not going to have this character. They're going to change this character. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And it's just like, I just don't want to get emotionally invested into it because it's not for me anymore. Or something like that. Or, you know, it doesn't have my favorite characters anymore. So, yeah, some people... But I believe that... This is just a theory of mine, but I have a feeling that if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in the Spider-Man movie, that Spider-Man movie is going to beat the Avengers, like, worldwide box office. One Avengers movie made close to $2 billion, or $2 billion. And I think that, even with the pandemic factored in, that if the Spider-Man movie coming out has the other Spider-Man in it, and it has an amazing story, you could be looking at one of the biggest Marvel movies of all time. Like, I don't doubt it. If Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire aren't in it, I know, I'm a jerk, then that could be bad. Like, the backlash would be probably pretty huge. So I don't think that Marvel would take that risk. That's just me, though. I'm planning on seeing 2 more MCU movies. Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and maybe Thor. Depends what they do with Thor, though. If I hear stuff I don't like about Thor, because I didn't like Lady Thor, and if they're mistreating Chris Hemsworth Thor, like, basically, like, I'll give you an example of, like, mistreatment of legacy characters. In the 2016 Ghostbusters movie, Bill Murray shows up, and the girls say stuff like after he dies, like, what, that guy wasn't fit to be a Ghostbuster. And basically they're kind of like being, even though he's playing a rude character, they're saying a lot of rude stuff about the original Ghostbuster films. And, you know, Bill Murray's there to collect the paycheck, obviously, but it's just like, they didn't have to be that savage about it, because the 1985 Ghostbusters movie is non-comparable to the travesty and outright train wreck of the 2016 Ghostbusters. Like, it's not even close. Like, they're not fit to even be in the same description of each other. You know, it's like polar opposites. So my thing is, if Jane is like really rude to Thor and, like, you know, lecturing him and finger wagging and stuff like that, I mean, it would easily make me not want to see the Thor movie. So I guess we'll see what happens. I hope the Thor movie is good, but I don't know. I'm only invested in the Doctor Strange and the Spider-Man movie because you have to watch both. Like, it's very clever marketing. You got the Spider-Man movie where all the Spider-Man probably work together to save the world. And then after that, you have the Doctor Strange thing where he's literally trying to hold the world safe from the multiverse. And obviously doesn't succeed, which would lead into his movie. So, yeah, those are the only ones that I'm invested as a film, I guess, casual film fan. I don't know. And then after that, I'm done. Like, I'll give DC the benefit of the doubt because, like, I have to cover DC. It's my job sometimes. But, I mean, I'm not going to support every DC movie either. I'll see Aquaman, Shazam 2, Black Adam, and the Flash movie. But if they don't make a Static Shock movie soon, and I don't know, I just won't be as heavily emotionally invested anymore, and just kind of be very apathetic, like, oh, it's another superhero movie. I don't know. Nice sigh there. It's a cool scythe. Oh no! Yikes. You know what I mean? Ah. But I still can't stop thinking about the Spider-Man thing. I think that's awesome. The Dragon Ball game, I don't know. There were 2 big trailers that came out yesterday. You had the Dragon Ball, like, horror game, horror survival game, and then you had the movie of Spider-Man. Something like that. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna need a brisk. That's brisk, baby. So, I'm just curious though. Like, how many of you guys are still 100% invested into whatever the MCU like releases? Are you always going to consume whatever they release, or are you at a point now where you're just kind of like, I might see a couple movies, but I'm not going to go out of my way to see every MCU movie anymore. I just don't care. Because that's where I'm at. Just kind of like, there's a couple movies I want to see that look really cool, and the rest don't care about. What? Chad says I lost interest. 50-50. The only MCU movie that I will watch, never watches The Eternals. Just look for the suit design. They're cool. So the consensus is mostly like people are about either 50%. Few people are like, oh, I'm hardcore for life. It's like, cool. Other people are just meh. But I think that, you know, that meh attitude that some people have, which there's nothing wrong with it, I think that's what majority of the film audiences have. Except you're going to see a big roar with the Spider-Man movie. Whether it does what fans are expecting or it doesn't, there's no way that this movie won't make bank. And it looks good, even without like the promise of the other Spider-Man characters. It looks really good. I think it's a cool movie to play. Whoops. Whoa. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna need that brisk, yo. Gonna need that briskness. Uh-oh. Aw, you guys saved my life. Thank you. Kakashi Sensei is grateful. Kakashi is grateful. Nice job, everybody. You're gonna see the Spider-Man movie because you like Spider-Man? What other MCU movies are you gonna see? Or just Spidey? I'm just doing Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Mostly the next like 2 years I'm doing more DC than Marvel. Unless they announce another Spider-Man movie. If they do a Miles Morales Spider-Man movie 2023 or something, totally. But alright, we're gonna do more with Classic Kakashi. Because Classic Kakashi is Epic. The first MCU movie you ever watched was Iron Man 2. My first MCU movie was it was either Iron Man or Captain America: The First Avenger. And then one of the other ones I saw was Thor. I can't remember. You go, Kakashi. Ow. It's my face. You don't really watch Marvel movies anymore unless you're watching it with your friends. That's cool, Jackson. Jolly Jackson. What about the Lone Ghostbusters movie? What is the Lone Ghostbusters movie? What do you mean? Lone? Your first MCU was Iron Man in theaters. I watched almost all the MCU movies in theaters up through Endgame. Or am I staying safe? As far as I know. As far as I know, I'm staying safe. As safe as I can be. Stay away from people. Wear a mask when I go out, which is once in a blue moon. Usually just for doctor's appointments, hospital visits. It's not like I can really go and walk around a lot. I walk with a cane these days. So I don't really leave my house very much. Past 2 years I've developed something with my legs, so I don't do a lot. So I guess that's good for me. I don't really have to, worry about the virus too much, but when I do go out, yeah, I stay away from people. Even though people aren't social distancing anymore. Like, we literally had somebody come up and grab Amber on the shoulder, asking her if she needed help with something, and we're like, whoa, what's going on here? What you doing? Why are you touching? No touchy. That's not 6 feet away. Back off. No, get in space. I don't care if you're vaccinated, unvaccinated, you stay away. Get away from me. Bust out my take Amber's pepper spray and be like, back off. I did get a cool ninja mask out of like this whole pandemic thing, though. I have a really sweet looking mask I got from Japan. That's a what do they call it? I forget. It's a special mask. After the pandemic, I'm gonna use that thing for a gas mask, or like some type of mask when I'm dusting and doing chores in the house. It's pretty sweet looking. Looks like a ninja mask. That's why you need to give Amber a spear to protect herself. I mean, it's an open carry state, but only certain weapons are allowed to be open carry. You can't have a spear or sword or nunchucks in the state of Pennsylvania. Only a firearm. Their reasoning, I love their reasoning for why you can't have access to, and they literally call them deadly weapons. You can't have a sword. You can't have nunchucks. You can't have a kunai. You can't have most like weapons, but they allow. At the same time, they allow the other stuff. It's like, can't you use anything for self-defense? If I wanted to rock a pair of sais, shouldn't I be allowed to do that? If I want to carry a nunchuck with me, shouldn't I be allowed to do that? It's like, nope. Those are, known as like deadly weapons or something like that. And you can't open carry those. Which is weird. You can open carry the other stuff. I'm just saying, if you're allowed to defend yourself according to, our amendments or whatever, our I'm so tired I can't think. Our Constitution, if you're allowed to defend yourself, you should be able to be allowed to defend yourself with any weapon of your choosing. But that's just me. That'd make more sense. Because I would literally walk around with a samurai sword if they allowed it. I used to have a butterfly knife when I lived in New York. I don't anymore. I had to get rid of it when we moved to Massachusetts. Those were illegal or something at one point. Right to bear arms, yeah, but they only let you, you'd rather not go outside with a person carrying a katana? Why? It'd be no different than them carrying a firearm. I mean, yeah, both weapons can game over you, but I mean, there's really no difference. Other than one is, you know, an up-close and personal weapon, and the other one is, has stopping power. You should have brought what? You should have brought it with a butterfly knife? No, I could have gotten arrested if I brought it over from the New York to Massachusetts. I still have my nunchucks, though, even though they're technically illegal in this state. I just don't brandish them. They're in the house somewhere. They're up in my office. They're wooden. I have a practice pair that's made of rubber. And then I have a wooden set that I bought in New York. I still have them. I used to practice with the wooden ones to break watermelons. I don't anymore, obviously. I was going to make a YouTube video showing it, like, 10 years ago. Because everybody, I don't know if you remember this, but everybody on YouTube was, like, breaking stuff all the time with slow-motion cameras. I was like, I was going to take my nunchuck to a pair of watermelons in the backyard. Make a stop-motion, not a stop-motion, a slow-motion video and upload it. Back when, you know, the fad was, like, everybody was breaking stuff in slow motion. Throwing stuff off their second-story roof on all this other stuff. Never got around to it, but I still have the nunchucks. They're around. The problem is, they're not, like, in an area that I have access to them. Like, they're up in the old office. They're not really downstairs. I just have my cane, like, right next to me, which would probably hurt if I hit somebody with it. But I'd like to hollow the thing out and put a sword in it. Then it could be a sword cane like the 1800s. That'd be pretty dope. But nah. Oh, it's just a regular cane. I don't even think you can hollow it out. It's made of metal, I think. K-Wing, have you played the Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale? No, I have not. Can you transform into a car in this? No. Like, try to walk around the house after you finish streaming. It's unhealthy to sit around for more than 4 to 6 hours. I walk around. I do chores. I mean, as best as I can walk around. I'm mobile. I'm just a little slower than I used to be. What is Kakashi doing? Is he doing that? Oh, he has that new emote, doesn't he? Yeah, you have the Naruto run. Why are you showing me the Naruto run again? Why are you showing me? Everyone, oh look, that man had a cane. Luke on guard. You rascal. I mean, if I could pull the cane apart and it had a sword underneath, heck yeah. Sword canes were all the rage. 1800s. 1700s. But mine's made of metal. You can't hollow it out. It collapses, though. I can put it away if I need to. Which is kind of cool. I guess. I don't know, as cool as it is for a 38-year-old to need a cane to walk around. Sucks. But at least I got it. I got one that looks interesting. And if I'm embarrassed, I can, like, deconstruct the thing and just put it in a backpack or something if I need to. I don't know. Super lame. Oh well, it is what it is. Probably could be worse. I don't know. No, I'm okay. No, I have some type of nerve thing going on in my legs. I don't know. They don't know what it is. They just know, oh, your legs are getting weak, so you should probably get a cane to walk around with to help you walk. It was like, oh, well, what's going to happen in a couple years? They're like, oh, we'll worry about that in a couple years. But for now, you know, so you don't fall over or have, like, some balance issues or whatever. And so you can get up the stairs and just do day-to-day life. We'd recommend you get a cane. It's like, okay. Sure, why not? They said, or we can try this experimental nerve surgery. It's like, nope, I'll do the cane. I'm good. Because they say right there in the fine print, like for that surgery where they open up your legs and they mess around with your nerves and stuff, you could be paralyzed. I'm like, I'm good. I'll take the cane. Does it come in black? I'm not doing no surgery. What the heck? Crazy. No thanks. Yeah, the sad thing is, I guess anybody can get nerve-related diseases as you get older. Like, there's no way of knowing. Like, I ate fine. I exercised. I did everything I was supposed to. I don't know. It just happened. There's one crazy doctor that thinks, like, I got COVID in 2019 or 2020, and it, like, got messed up in my leg or something. It messed up the nerves in my leg. But you know, good news, I didn't die from it or something. I had the less severe version, but there's no proof of it because I had that one thing where they screen for it, supposedly after you had it to see if you have antibodies, and it's like, I've never had COVID, so apparently, unless the test doesn't work, I don't know, science got me. But you know, that was just a theory this one guy had. Because what happened is, like, my feet, like, from my, like, the toes up to my ankle is, like, part of it's red or, like, a pinkish thing. And science has said, oh, if you have that, then you have COVID, or you had COVID if you have, like, kind of, like, rash stuff on your feet. But the tests all came back over the summer negative that I ever had it. So they don't know. They're like, well, maybe it's a circulation thing. Well, no, apparently it's not a circulation thing. We don't know. You want us to do surgery? It's like, no. No. Get away from me. If you don't know what's going on, why the heck would I let you operate on me? Nah, I'll pass. No experimental drugs either. I'm good. If I have problems later and the cane's not working, whatever, maybe. But I don't want to risk being paralyzed, thank you very much. I have a hard enough time, like, getting around. It's like, I'm kind of like old man K-Wing now. I don't need you guys to go any further than that. Because I can make it look good with a cane. I feel like a distinguished gentleman walking around. I get a lot of weird looks, though, when I'm out. It's like, why is that young man using a cane? It's like, trying to bring it back. Bringing it back. It's gonna be the next fad. You'll see. No. Oh well. I mean, you know, you deal the cards you're dealt in life, and you roll with it as best you can. That's all you can do. You can either complain about it and be like, oh man, this sucks, or just be like, it is what it is. It could be worse. It could be much worse. Much worse. But, you know, I'm still me, so I'm not too worried about it. You can't let disabilities and, you know, impairments and stuff define who you are. You know, just like if you wore a hat every day, you can't let the hat define your personality or you know, a sense of who you are. Yes, you wear a hat, but it's not you. It's just you like wearing hats. So that kind of stuff can't define you. It can't become a character trait. It has nothing to do with your personality. It's something that you have to deal with. That will probably never go away, but you don't have to let it, you know, ruin your life. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess that's old-fashioned thinking and the victimhood mentality that we have nowadays. But I'm thankful that I'm still old-fashioned. That I know crap happens. You do the best you can, and you know you have two options: complain or live. I choose to live, I guess. You know. There's my motivational speech. There you go. What up, Master Chief? I'm doing a Forza stream after this, aren't I? Yes, I am. Kind of looking forward to it. Nah, I mean, you can't be scared of stuff said. You never know what's going to happen in your life. You can't live in fear your whole life. I survived 9/11. I survived car accidents. You know, I survived the anthrax scare in New York. I've survived CO2 poisoning. But usually that's game over. Was in a deadly car accident. I walked away from it like a miracle man. It was in the newspaper too, that car accident, because in all aspects I should have been dead. But I walked out. You know, I had a traumatic brain injury and I had broken ribs, but I walked out of what was a considered very deadly crash because there was nothing left in my car. I walked out. So, you know, but you can't be afraid of life. If you're afraid of life, then you're not going to live. I've done the fear thing. I had a panic disorder for a couple years. It was really bad that I had to be hospitalized for it because my mind wouldn't stop racing of all types of possibilities of things I could die from after, you know, literally surviving the car accident and getting the brain injury and stuff like that. Like, my mind would not shut off. So they put me on all kinds of experimental medicines and therapies and hospital stays, and I ended up after only 2 years, I owed like $150,000 in medical debt. And I was just like, nope, I'm done. I'm going to find a way of coping with this illness, this, you know, disorder, or this, whatever they said is wrong with my brain. And I'm going to find a way of not necessarily conquering it, but living with it to a point where it's just going to become like a distant echo. And I haven't had a panic attack where I've had to be like literally taken to the ER by ambulance in probably 9 years. Like, I've had times where I've been driving and had to pull over the car because it just would randomly hit me, but I haven't had to be like, you know, taken by ambulance for a long time. Whatever I'm doing seems to be working, you know. Sometimes I can't stream because things are hard, like, but you know, the next day I'm fine. Good days and bad days. But if I was, you know, back after that stuff happened and just kind of living in fear about what could happen, then I would be huddled in a corner, because your mind is a very powerful thing. Like, it can move mountains, or it can create, like, a barricade around you and, you know, supposedly shield you from everything, but then it just makes you a prisoner. So, you have to live. As best, especially if you don't have any, like, health problems, you can't be worried about something might happen to you, because, I mean, life, nobody knows when their number's up. But you just gotta live every day to the fullest, basically. The best you can. I mean, as best advice as I can give from somebody who literally sits on a couch live streaming for only a few hundred people a night. I mean, you know, I guess if I was still getting hundreds of thousands of views, it would be more, I don't know, beneficial for people to hear, but, you know. I haven't really changed after YouTube screwed up my channels. I'm still the same content creator. Still doing exactly the same stuff. My mic stuff is better now. Used to have really crummy microphones back in the day. Which is the one thing I hated about, like, looking back on my career is, like, when I was easily getting, like, 500,000 views a day or whatever, our microphones are garbage. I hated those mics so much. And what I found funny, too, is when we actually finally started to get sponsorships by companies, it's when we were only pulling, like, a few million views a month. But back when we were getting about 8 million views a month, we had no sponsorships. We had no companies like throwing stuff at us like, we want you to do an in-video ad for some type of Japanese snack food, or HelloFresh, or Colgate, or nothing like that. And now it's like all these years later, I got all these brands bothering me like, would you consider doing this in the, next year or something? Or, talking about this toothbrush, or, mentioning this Japanese snack food company, or, talk about Cheetos. And I'm like, you realize how many views I get a month now, right? This doesn't seem very, on the up. It's like, what's going on? Are you guys hurting that much that you're basically searching for any YouTuber? And they're like, well, you do have millions and millions of views. It's like, yeah, I guess you could say that. But those are old views. I average about 1.5 to 1.8 million views monthly now. My years of like 4 million video views without like somebody directly like sponsoring my videos like during the Maker days, that's over. Or not Maker never did. Freedom and Machinima. Machinima promoted us. Screenwave promoted us at a time. Cinemassacre. Trying to think who else. Disney at one point. But everything else we did on our own Steam. Our own Kwings Steam power. And of course I had some talented employees who helped with stuff too. Wait, was that Naruto? Who was that? Who were you? Where'd you go? I'm coming after you. Or not. Never mind. I tell you what, though, I'm really looking forward to Forza tonight because I'm going to be riding around in buggies. Like, I'm going to be doing, what do you call it? Off-road stuff. Which is going to be fun. Very excited about that. And then, of course, I have to make the thumbnails for Pokemon tonight, which Amber is the graphic designer in the family. I kind of suck at thumbnails. I made the Kakashi thumbnail that you guys are looking at right now. But Amber makes all the really good thumbnails. She made all the ones that went viral. And, she tried to make a couple viral thumbnails again, but the landscape of YouTube has changed, so it doesn't really matter. Like, Amber used to literally invest hours and hours in thumbnails. Do you know how long it takes me to make my thumbnails for this channel now? I make a thumbnail in 5 minutes. I don't even care anymore. I'm just like, all right, so I'm just gonna do this and that because, see, this is my mindset now. Like as a creator, like years ago, I would have said, you put the work in the channel that you want back. Like, but I mean, after we got hacked and like YouTube like ripped us out of the search engine and got rid of our notification system for our subscribers, we don't really spend a lot of time doing stuff because it doesn't really matter what we do. Like, case in point, I used all the same tags of these big YouTubers that did the Fortnite thing for the look at all skins. We got like, what do you call it? 2,000 views, and it took me 4 hours to put that video together. It was terrible. And I think I took, like, to make that thumbnail, maybe 10 minutes to make the thumbnail. But it was like, I used all the same techniques. I used all the same, like, subliminal words, like, to get people to like and share. But it's like, it doesn't matter because we're not in the search engine, and there's no notification system on this channel. Half of 1% of people get notified. So for 500,000 people, that's about 500 to 700 people a day. A day! So it doesn't matter what I did. The reason why we're getting views again is because I was smart with that newsletter. That newsletter's been our kind of like get out of jail free card. It works. We've got like at least now 450 people clicking on it. Or wait, no. We have, out of the 700 people on the newsletter, according to our data, 500 people open the newsletter, and about 125 people click on the links in the newsletter. Most people use the newsletter like, what's the word I'm looking for? They use it as kind of like, okay, I know what times the streams are happening, but they don't actually go out of their way to click the links that are located in the stream. They just make a note, okay, this is what happened on the channel today at this time and this time and this time. And it makes sense. That's fine. I don't care. Like, I mean, the company that distributes the newsletter, they're trying to gauge people's data to see what's going on. Like, are they clicking the links? Do they, whatever. But I know that people are using it as like kind of a schedule about what's going on. If they want to click the links, they can. They normally don't, which it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't impact our newsletter at all. I'm just happy it works. If I hadn't come up with the newsletter plan, I'm going to be completely candid with you guys. We would not have 90 to 100 to 200 people stream. Impossible. You would never get notifications. Most of the traffic of our members, which is awesome, most of our members are the ones that have signed up for the newsletter. So out of the 200 people that are on the news, or like 200 of them are members, and then another half of them are from Patreon, and then the rest are from YouTube. So out of the 700 people, like, most of them are the ones that are the easiest to contact, which is awesome. And once in a very long while, we will get people off the search engine for one day a month. And usually it has to be like a new game we're playing. Like tomorrow, I would honestly be surprised if the first Pokemon stream we did didn't get 10,000 views. Like, I would be shocked, because chances are we're going to bring in new people to the channel that are obsessed with Pokemon, and one or two things is going to happen tomorrow. They're going to tell me my gameplay sucks and say terrible things, like these new people. Because you guys, you know that I'm bad at Pokemon. That's not even up for discussion. They're going to rag on my gameplay. Or they're going to be like, wow, I like your commentary and I like your vibe, I'm subscribing. Those are the two things. I've never heard of you before. And then this is a freaky thing. When they say they never heard of us before, they're like, wait a second. A day or two later, they're like, I was going over your channel, and I remember watching this video when I was a kid. And it's like, of course you have, because we've entertained millions of people around the world for a decade. Chances are, when you were a little tyke, you probably ran into one of our videos, because we were all over the place. Millions and millions of views on some of the most popular games that, released all those years ago. 2012 through, like, 2016, 2017. Chances are you have run into a Kwings video. My question is, how do people lose us when most YouTubers are really bad with branding? We're not. We say our name in the video. We have the little, watermark of our channel name. We write it in our description what the name of the channel is. It's just like, the only thing we don't do is we don't really watermark our thumbnails. But people just lose us. And it's like, but how? We're more brand conscious than any other YouTuber I've ever met. So how do people just lose us for a decade or 5 years or 4 years? I used to watch you as a kid. It's like, cool. What happened? Oh, I lost your channel. How? Tell me how. They're like, I don't know. It's like, what do you mean you don't know? It had to be something. You're watching this viral Power Ranger video. What happened afterwards? And then some of them finally admit, they're like, well, we go from channel to channel. We find a series we really like, and then, watch per video that way. It's like, I didn't even know you covered this Naruto game. I would have stuck around. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me. Of course I'm going to cover any E through T rated game. Chances are 85, 88% I'm going to cover one of those most popular games. It's always happened that way. It doesn't, to me, that bugs me. That always doesn't make sense to me. It's like, how do you lose a channel that is so good at branding and it just disappears? So then I get into my conspiracy theories that, well, YouTube's hiding the channel, which I know for a fact. I actually have that in writing on an email. Because you were hacked, we had to kick you from the search engine, and 8,000 videos may have been impacted. I have the email. At any time, if I want to blast YouTube on my social media, I can post that email and that person's name at Google that wrote that to me when we got hacked, because they were trying to protect other channels from being preyed on by this Bitcoin scammer. So they kicked us out of the search engine and ripped 8,000 videos right out of their placement, top of the page. Top of the page for hundreds of games. Just snap, I can't snap fingers, but just gone. Back to the bottom of the list, or if we're lucky, like in the middle of like hundreds of videos. But we were top page. Lego, Batman, Naruto, all that stuff. SAO, never Fortnite, but like Ninja Turtles games, everything you can think of, all the most popular games, 2011 through 2019, just gone. Bye bye. So yeah, I mean that has made me a little cranky over the time, because it's like I spent a decade building up our dominance in the search engine, and all that was just taken away in one day. This was like, somebody asked me, it's like, what would happen if you ran into those hackers? It's like, I would probably do something that I can't say because I'm very angry. Because it cost me so much. It cost me so very much. And it's always in the back of my mind, like, if I hadn't got hacked, where would I be today? Like, where would the channel be? Because I was building up my live streams to almost 1,000 people a stream in 2019. It was crazy. I'd spent 2 years rebranding our channel as live streams. And, like, now it's like, after last year, I had to start all over again. Like, with just a few hundred people a stream again. It's kind of, like, messing with my mind a little bit. You know? But the newsletter helps. So, if you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter. It's free. Kwingsletsplays.com. You get a free update every single day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gives you a list of all the things that are going on in the channel. And tonight I have to, after my Forza stream, I need to finalize the t-shirt that is going live on Friday. Our new Party Time t-shirt. Based on Party Time Pikachu. So if you want to see something super creepy, it's me as Pikachu. A bearded dude as Pikachu with a party hat. Ah! And, yeah. It's the weirdest thing ever, but I think it's hilarious. Of course, we had to change Pikachu for copyright reasons, but I think it came out hilarious. I'm excited. I'm just having problems with the font for the t-shirt design. The art is beautiful. It's just the... I don't know. I don't have a very good eye for text font, you know, in thumbnails or t-shirts. That's never really worked out well for me. I don't know. All fonts look the same to me. Somebody's like, oh, wow, that looks like a great font. It's like, really? I mean, I guess. I don't know. So that's why I could never be a graphic designer, is I don't get the whole font thing. It's like, okay. Whatever. I mean, the font that I'm using right now, I think looks kind of cool, but if I show it to Amber, she's like, if I show it to her, she'd probably be like, I'm not really getting a party time vibe from this font. It's like, what do you mean? It looks fun. You know? And I just see her, like, do that thing she does with her nose when she's thinking, and then she'll stick her tongue out, like, give me a second, and then several hours later, she, like, fixes it. We make a good team, though. I'm very blessed to work with that lady. She's very cool. Basically, like, for my shortcomings, she, like, you know, she helps me out with things that I'm not able to do. And, you know, because of the whole, like, brain thing, with, like, some motor functions kind of phasing out over time. Like, some of the most heated arguments we've gotten into as a married couple just has to do with, like, I can't communicate very well. And it's like, I'm at the point of trying to throw stuff when I'm just trying to explain something simple that I can't put into words for her to understand, because I'm not saying what I think that I need to be saying. And it's kind of like seeing yourself in a third person perspective, and, like, you know that somebody could direct your thoughts and actions better than you can, but it's like the simplest thing to describe is, like, trying to take an SAT to get into college. That's where I am at mentally sometimes, like because of the car accident. And if I didn't have Amber, I probably wouldn't be able to function the ways that I'm able to, because she makes life so much easier for me to understand, like, and has probably prevented me from getting into like fist fights with people and all kinds of stuff, because I just can't follow directions easier. I can't express words and certain things, like when I'm put in the spot or something, like, because it just, the brain just doesn't register certain things anymore because of the massive impact from the car accident. It's just like part of me is just lost. It might be there deep down, but it's not there anymore. I can't, like, just like most people, you get in a conversation with them, you know, they can A, B, whatever, they can communicate and talk normally. They can express things to one another. They can understand when people give them directions and things like that. Like, I just don't really much anymore. And I think it has impacted, like, my gaming a little bit, too, because when it comes to direction-based stuff, I can easily get lost in a game that's unlosable for most people, but I just get lost. And I don't, it never really gets better. Like, most people are like, well, you just, you know, have to get the lay of the land and you'll remember. And it's like, then I come back to the game 5 years later and I get even more lost than I originally did. So, you know. But yeah, that one thing, that one argument that we had during, what was that game? It was a Sonic game we were playing, and it came out live that I, you know, really, the left and right thing I couldn't do. Like the basic, like, you need to go left, you need to go right, and things was getting kind of heated because she can understand it normally, but for somebody like me who has that issue, just being able to explain to her how I see things, and it was getting kind of like, you know, yelly, because I was getting frustrated because I thought I was describing something easy for her to understand, but I was making her more confused, and then her trying to relay the information to me, which, you know, is simple. Like, most people know they're left from right, but again, brain injury. It came out to, like, I think we argued for like 2 minutes or something like that on the air, and nobody had seen us do that before. We actually lost subscribers during that Sonic thing, because people were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys had a fight over something so trivial. It's like, it wasn't trivial for me. I mean, I was breaking down, like, thought-wise, because I was so embarrassed that, because I hide it so well. Like, I hide the mental, you know, car accident thing so well sometimes, but sometimes, depending on how long I've been streaming or something, or, you know, whatever, it'll come out sometimes. And Amber, if she's not there, or if she is there, it all depends on what's happening. Like, sometimes things can get, like, really kind of, how it happened, I guess. Or, you know, kind of playful. I guess it all depends on my mood sometimes, but you have to remember, I was losing quite a bit in Sonic Unleashed, so there was the embarrassment of the losing, and then, like, the not being able to understand the simple instructions, and there were people in the chat making fun of me, and it just, like, you know, pop goes the weasel. So yeah, that's how that happened. That was the background to that, basically. But I never want to lose my temper on the air again for something that seems like very easy for people to get, but as I'm gonna get older, the mental decline is gonna get, like, how I don't know the term of brain doctor, but how the doctor who studies minds or whatever, not psychologist, the doctor's job that is to repair your head, like, through surgery and medicine and other things. So it wouldn't be a therapist. It's a whatever, that type of doctor. They told me that as I got older, like, certain things were going to become more challenging, and it's good that I have Amber, because she's able to the things that I'm not able to do anymore as quickly, she is able to, you know, basically give me a look, or she's able to kind of simplify it, or just point at something and I can do it. So it's, you know. But if I was just doing life by myself, it would come out a lot more, probably. You know. More or less. I mean, that's what I think. I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to hide it as well without her. Because, I mean, she was a medical assistant and stuff. So she gets it. Which, I don't know if she'll ever do that stuff again or not. She might. What time is it? It's, 11. We'll do one more match. Yeah, it's not a good idea, like, if I get mad to try to kind of egg me on, because I don't, you know how most people have, like, a safety, like, oh, don't do this on the air. Like, if somebody were to trigger me or whatever when I'm already, like, struggling with something basic, like left or right, or I'm lost, or and you can kind of tell in my voice, like, when I start to get annoyed, like, my voice gets deeper, like, kind of, and I don't talk as much. And you can kind of feel the frustration when I'm running around like a map and I don't know where I'm going. And then on top of that, like, the insults are coming on, and I can't really roll them off my shoulder because, like, for you guys, like the audience, it's a simple solution. But for me with the brain injury, not so simple, because I can't process it. And not only can I not process it, I also can't explain it, and I can't figure it out. And then it leads to, you know, pop. So... But people have, like, I would say smart people have, like, at least a heads up that it's coming. Like, some of the audience know, because they've seen it happen on some Batman streams and stuff over the years. Because it seems like every 5 years it gets worse. Like, it just, the mental decline just kind of, as they were explaining to me, think of it like you're going down a mountain. It's not like a fast drop down the mountain. You're, like, skiing down the mountain, like, mentally. You're skiing down it, is how that brain doctor described it. Brain surgeon. I don't know. Whatever the position is. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the different terms for... the only doctor name I know is cardiologist, and I don't have a problem with my heart, so it doesn't really help me with anything. But yeah, the dude described it in New York City as, like, as I'm getting older, like, most people... Like, they have, like, kind of like they're walking down a hill, you know, as they age with their mind and stuff like that. And by the time they're, like, in their 70s or whatever, that's when they start to have, like, stuff doesn't work as well anymore. My head is in a place where I would be 60 years old, almost, the type of damage that was done. So, yeah, it's kind of like skiing to bobsledding. And sometimes it's just, like, a steep drop down, and I just go completely blank, or whatever happens. Because it just doesn't... You know, if you mess up your head in a car accident, like, the speed and then the impact of what happens, your head gets... Well, your brain gets all jostled in and bruised and stuff. It smacks into your skull, and if you hit an object, it just... There's no recovery from that. Your brain cells do regrow, but the other trauma that you did, it's permanent. Either you could develop a speech impediment from it, you could have neurological issues develop from it, which they're thinking my leg issues might actually be left over from the car accident, which would totally suck, because the car accident was like 17 years ago now, something like that. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen. So... yeah, more or less. But long story short, I'm very thankful for Amber. She is, you know, kind of like my mod in life, but also like everything else that I need assistance with that I don't like to tell people that I need help with, because it's embarrassing, you know. She doesn't make life feel embarrassment, and she doesn't make me feel like I'm, like, broken, in a sense. Like, I feel like if I was living with my parents, I feel like they would have brought it up, like, so much. Had I not married Amber or whatever, I feel like they would have, you know, constantly been one of those people that remind you that you're sick. And Amber doesn't do that. Amber just, she lets me live, and she lets me, you know, find coping mechanisms for things, or just, she knows I'm sick. She just doesn't bring it up, which is great. Because when I visit family, that's all they talk about. It's like, you know, how are you doing? What did the doctors say about your legs? What's going on with, you know, how is your mental decline going? That's a fun conversation. It's like, people are too much in your business. And Amber and I, when we're together, just in our house, you know, we get to just live life and not really think about anything. It's great. But that's one of the reasons why I avoid family and stuff, is because I don't once the shop talk is done, either there's silence, or, you know, they talk about faith-based things, and then once that's done, then they get into your personal life or your private life and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like, nyeh. I prefer the 5-minute phone calls that I have with my parents, like once a week or every other, like, week. Sometimes bi-monthly. Because, you know. Uh-oh, super chat. They unveiled the Gotham Knights action figures. They look awesome. I feel your pain. I have nerve damage for being hit by a car. You guys make me feel better. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that, man. And I hope that you are, you know, getting along in life good. I will check out the action figures, and hopefully I don't buy some. Because a little while ago, Amber kind of lifted up the K-Wing embargo for action figures. And I bought a couple. I got a Batgirl figure from the McFarlane line. I got a Batman and Superman from the McFarlane line, that has to do with the Justice League, like, Zack Snyder movie. I got some He-Man figures before they went up in price, and I have been browsing more at action figures and anime figurines ever since she was like, you know, and I'm trying not to go down that slippery slope again, because when I was making bank as a YouTuber, I was buying all kinds of crap. And part of me wishes I hadn't, but I used to be in the mindset when I would see a statue that was like, we'll say $500. It's a cool Batman statue or an anime statue. I had the mindset that I just got paid. I made this much on YouTube this month. I'm buying that statue because I deserve it. Technically, you don't deserve anything. So, the one thing I wish I could do is go back in time and find a way of saving half of what I made my first 5 years on YouTube. Just half. And then I wouldn't have any financial problems today. Because what happened was Uncle Sam came after me for the SSI, and they did a chargeback of a lot. And I'm still paying said chargeback back. So, sorry, Sakura. And unfortunately, there's no real agencies that help with government debt. Credit card debt is one thing. Like, I have almost good enough credit to finally leave this state and go to Chicago and be close to Amber's parents, but that's going to take another year. And then next year, my car is going to be finally paid off, and then I can either sell my car, trade it in, or whatever, if I have to square away, you know, like, say 30 grand or something like that. Like, I always have, like, kind of a bargaining chip. Like, oh, it's like, well, I have a car that's worth this amount. It used to be worth this amount. Maybe you could, like, take the car and get rid of some of the debt or something. I don't know. So I'm going to be a lot happier next year when I have that car paid off. But yeah, I mean, it was yeah, that was rough. So yeah, time travel would be great, just to save a fraction of what I made. It would probably make Amber a lot happier with me. Because I didn't blow all my money. I saved a lot of it, but then, you know, I had to give like 40 grand back. Or no, 40 grand was taken from me. Like, I had saved up over the years, and the SSI came and they took, you know, they just ripped it right out of my bank account. They siphoned it. Snap your fingers. That was my savings. That was my life savings. I have no life savings. I live month to month now because they screwed me over. And they still say I owe them like so much more on top of that. And it's like, oh, it's nerve-wracking. So the sad thing is I'm going to go through life without life savings ever again, because whenever I reach a certain amount, it seems to either go to the U.S. Treasury, like out of my bank account, like siphoned, or it goes to the SSI people. So one thing I will always am very adamant about telling people who are on SSI, if you're on SSI, get off as quickly as you can. Do not stay on that, because they're going to make a mistake and you're going to pay for it. Because I told them, I went to their offices several times and said, take me off disability because I have a job. I have a job now online, making good money. Get me off this thing. And they never did. I should have gotten it in writing that I visited them, and then I could sue the people at that Massachusetts office that screwed me over. Because, like, they did. They came after me for, like, a lot. A lot more than you guys have probably seen in your lifetime. And there's no compromise. That's why I say the biggest criminals in the world is the U.S. government. And especially their agencies, like the IRS and Social Security and stuff like that. It's basically like Cousin Vinny. Like, they're crooked and evil. Doesn't matter what political party they are, they're all evil. They hurt the little guy. And they don't care. What they want to do is they want to impact somebody so badly that your children's children and grandchildren will be paying back your mistakes or your messes. And that's why I say they're evil. So, that's why I'm bitter and angry, mostly. Sometimes. Because I got a lot of things hanging over me. Like, you kind of picture me like Atlas. A little bit, like holding up the world. I'm holding up so much that people have no idea. So when people get on my back sometimes, I get a little, you know, I start twitching. Because it's like, don't you start with me. Because you couldn't handle one day in my life. One day. You would tap out. You'd be like, wrestling term, like, I'm done. I can't do it. Tap out. You couldn't. Financial, medical, mental, physical. 4 or 5 things. Daily. And you can't fix them. One thing you probably could improve, though, if you were me, is my gameplay in Fortnite. Easily. Because I am not a very good Fortniter, which is fine. I like playing as Kakashi. I think he's cool. I just wish he had more costumes. Like, they should have only given him his one Special Forces costume, and then his other, not his spoiler costume, some of his other cool looks that he's had over the years would be pretty awesome. Whoa! And that is why you were a mighty Luke? Nah. My problem is I just don't give up. I've been instilled by, like, so many 80s, like, superhero icons and, like, sci-fi characters that, you know, if I grew up in a different age, I probably would have given up a long time ago. But it's like I had all these very many moral compasses and icons and things to look up to, and, you know, it's just kind of a part of me as, like, a mimic, like a, you know, whatever I am. Like, that, that stuff has stuck with me. You know, Optimus Prime, He-Man, Batman, Superman to some extent, the X-Men, Indiana Jones, Luke Skywalker before he got nerfed. Luke Skywalker before the patch. before the patch that like messed everything up. They never needed to patch Luke. Luke was one of my role models. He never gave up. He always looked for the good in people. And then he got patched. Oh my gosh, it makes so much sense when you look at it like in video game terms. They patched him. Oh no. Oh, alright, that's fun. I'm gonna leave it on Luke getting patched. That's perfect. I like it. I like it! I'm using that! Oh my gosh. Luke Skywalker before the patch. Fortnite gave Naruto packages to YouTubers? That's cool. I would be sad if I lived in the if I lived in the 1800s, I couldn't do it. I need technology. I'm very happy when I, you know, was born. I'm glad that I get to live during the age of technology. Because I would have been one of those people that had like one of those paddle balls, you know, in the 1800s and just kind of like being like, or, you know, I would just go crazy. I couldn't do it. Like, I grew up with it. It's a huge part of it. And I made a career out of it. Like, I use technology for my job, you know? So I used to think living in medieval times would be cool. But then, you know, you look at my physical limitations now, and it's like, how long would have I lived as a knight? Because there were knights in my family, according to our coat of arms and like our family tree or whatever. Like the ones that came over from that part of the world, immigrated or whatever. Like they were related to knights or whatever. On my dad's side. My mom's side, where the Portuguese comes from, they were farmers, and I don't know, they were just people. They weren't like, they didn't do well, I mean, they did cool stuff, I guess. I don't know. I don't really hear a lot about the Portuguese side much. You know, they just kind of randomly show up at one point in history, and I can track my dad's family back to sometime in the Middle Ages. Almost. So, yeah. Our coat of arms is pretty cool, though. I like our coat of arms. So, yeah, I guess you could say that the whole Nightwing thing is subconscious, too, because it comes from the coat of arms of our family on my dad's side, and then the superhero and my love for knights and chivalry and stuff like that. But anyway, I could talk about whatever all the time. Fortnite was fun. Hope you guys had fun. I'm gonna have to concentrate a ton in Forza, so like, I mean, otherwise I'm gonna crash into tons of crap, and like be belittled by people who don't normally watch the channel. So one thing I will say about my Forza streams is they're not very chatty. I answer people's comments as best I can in between races and stuff, but it's pretty pretty slow going, pretty quiet stuff. So I just need a second to set up the stream. We're gonna call it My Wild Adventure. My Wild Adventure. Yeah. And just call it Forza 5 gameplay My Wild Adventure. And we'll call it gameplay part 8 down here. Set up the thumbnail, which I've already pre-made. And if you guys want to migrate over, cool. I'm going to grab something to eat, and I'm going to be starting at 12:30 a.m. with Fortnite, or not Fortnite, words. Not Fortnite. Forza. Say it with me, gang. Forza. Forza, 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 Forza. Okay, it's all set up now. Should be. No, not quite. 12:30 a.m. 18. And then I have a YouTube call today. I don't know when I'm gonna get to the next Fortnite stream, because we have Pokemon tomorrow, and then we have some other stuff coming out. I want to look at the Naruto, or not Naruto. I want to do the I want to do a Sasuke stream just so I can yell Sasuke, you know, like that. But thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you for letting me, you know, kind of vibe with you guys for a little bit. That was fun, mostly fun. I hope you guys can take some of that and use it to, you know, better your lives or whatever. And if you are struggling with any type of illness or disability or handicap or whatever, I hope that you know, you don't let it get you down, because I mean, you're a lot stronger inside than you think you are, and you can handle a lot more. I mean, take it from me, I'm like, I've gained so much experience, like resistance wise, with some of the things that I'm supposed to be either drooling in a cup, like in some like you know, happy home, or, you know, depressed out of my mind because of, you know, some of the things that are happening. And I'm not. I'm still relatively okay upstairs, I guess you could say. But I think it has to do with like a soul thing. So, you know, as long as you just keep pulling yourself up, like Alfred says to Batman, you know, why do we fall? So we can pull ourselves back up again. I think that you as a person can achieve just about anything, like as long as you put your mind to it, you strive for it, and you know, you don't let your small limitations you know, hold you back, because maybe God gave you you know, a little blemish or a problem because he has to make it fair for everybody else, because you would own them, you know. So think about that sometime. Like maybe you were created with you know, something that gave you like a in-game handicap that prevented you from, like, you know, outdoing everyone else, because it wouldn't be fair to them because they can't keep up with you. So there you go. All right, guys, I will see you at 12 something with the next stream. So peace. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Womp.